In the quiet moments between dawn and day, a subtle line appears, invisible to many, yet dividing the hearts of men. On one side, the wise walk with clarity. On the other, the foolish stumble in shadow. Few recognize it, fewer still dare to cross it. This is the hidden separation, the great divide that shapes destinies before we even realize it. The world whispers of opportunity, of success, of purpose. But in every soul, a choice must be made. And some will choose the path that leads to light, while others follow the seductive illusion of ease, comfort, and fleeting pleasure. Have you ever felt it? That tug within your heart. A quiet voice telling you there is more to life than what meets the eye. Few listen, fewer act, and even fewer understand the cost of ignoring it. Imagine a vast city at dawn. Streets glisten from the night's rain, the air thick with anticipation. On one corner, a scholar pores over a scroll, eyes sharp with understanding. On another, a merchant hurries past, oblivious to the lessons written into the walls of the world. This divide is not born of wealth or power. It is born of perception, of the courage to see truth even when it discomforts the mind. Every day we are tested by temptation, distraction, pride, and fear. The wise notice the subtle cues of life, the patterns that guide success, the whispers that reveal hidden danger, the moments that demand reflection. The foolish, however, overlook these signs, convinced that life will bend to their will without effort or discernment. Consider the parables of Jesus. The wise builder constructs on rock, anticipating the storms that will test every foundation. The foolish build on sand, blind to the trials that will come. This is no mere story. It is the reality of every heart, every choice, every unseen consequence. The hidden separation is not a wall, but a shadow that grows with every neglected choice. It is the quiet voice that warns you not to give in to impatience, pride, or comfort, and yet you do. It is the subtle difference between a moment of reflection and a moment lost to distraction. Life tests us in ways we rarely see. Sometimes it is through people, a mentor offering wisdom, a friend giving advice, a stranger's kindness or betrayal. Other times, it is through circumstance, a failure that humbles, a loss that teaches, an opportunity that requires courage. The wise pause. They listen. They act with intention. The foolish charge forward, chasing fleeting desires, ignoring the signs that life has placed before them. And each choice, however small, widens the invisible gap between understanding and ignorance. Have you noticed it in your own life? The people who seem to move with purpose, as if guided by an unseen hand, and those who stumble endlessly, repeating the same mistakes, blind to the patterns? This is the hidden separation, a line drawn not by others, but by our own hearts. And yet, even within this separation, there is mercy. The line is not permanent. The foolish can learn. The blind can see, but it requires humility, vigilance, and the courage to change. Remember the story of the prodigal son. He wandered far from wisdom, lost in indulgence and error. And yet, when he recognized the truth, when he humbled himself and returned, he found redemption, love, and a place among the wise. Perhaps that is the ultimate lesson. The divide is not punishment, but a reflection, a mirror held to our choices, a challenge to awaken the heart. The world is full of subtle traps. Pride whispers that knowledge is unnecessary. Comfort tells us that effort is optional. Distraction convinces us that reflection is for another day. Each temptation is small, almost imperceptible. Yet cumulatively, they build walls, deepen shadows, and separate us from insight and clarity. Consider the rich young ruler in the gospel. He had the law, he had knowledge, he had devotion. Yet, when confronted with the choice to follow Christ fully, he walked away, unwilling to surrender his treasures. In that moment, the hidden separation claimed him. The wisdom he sought was within reach, yet he could not cross the invisible line. Contrast this with the apostles, who left everything to follow the path of truth. Their lives were fraught with danger, struggle, and sacrifice. Yet they chose the light, embraced wisdom, and became the foundation of a movement that changed the world. Now imagine a storm rising over the city. Rain lashes the streets, lightning illuminates the divide. On one side, the wise stand firm, rooted like the ancient trees that bend but do not break. On the other, the foolish run blindly, slipping, faltering, blinded by their own desires. In the quiet eye of the storm, a moment of clarity arrives. A question whispers to every heart. Which side do you belong to? It is not asked by others, nor by circumstance, but by the divine rhythm of life itself. And every soul must answer. And then comes revelation. Not loud, not dramatic, but profound. The wise see connections where others see chaos. They understand timing, recognize opportunity, discern the meaning hidden in hardship. The foolish are confronted with consequences, often harsh, often undeniable, often too late. Yet even here, the divide is not hopeless. The story of Jonah reminds us, even when we run from the path of wisdom, the hand of God pursues us. Even in disobedience, even in folly, a chance for redemption remains. Every choice we make either builds the bridge across the divide or deepens the chasm. Each act of discipline, reflection, and courage brings us closer to wisdom. Each indulgence, distraction, or prideful choice moves us further from it. Those who walk on the side of wisdom carry more than knowledge. They carry vision, insight, and the quiet strength of understanding. They navigate life not by chance, but by principle. They see beyond the immediate, beyond fleeting approval, beyond the illusion of control. And the great divide is not permanent. The foolish can learn. They can turn. They can embrace humility, seek guidance, and step into the light. It requires courage, but every heart has the potential to bridge the separation. The hidden separation is not punishment. It is reflection, it is challenge, it is opportunity. And it asks one quiet question: which side will you choose? And maybe, just maybe, that is our own hidden battle. To discern the line, to confront our impulses, to rise above the foolishness that tempts every heart. For in that quiet choice, in that subtle act of courage, lies the power to bridge the great divide and walk in the light of wisdom, forever guided by the unseen hand of truth.